Hi muckers, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Okay, steady on ahead with this Gabbie Hanna series. We are now going to be officially properly kicking it off. The first one with Trisha was like a messy random one, but this was the preface episode, which is called Confessions of a Washed Up YouTube Has-Been. Now, if you don't know why we're doing this, by the way, please subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already. If you don't know why we're doing this, we have done so many videos going through Dramageddons, doing all these different things, and a lot of people were asking if I could go back and revisit the Gabbie Hanna series where she was basically exposing everyone and everything. People were basically saying that their opinions changed on Dramageddon when we were doing the rewatch, so they want to see how the Gabbie one has aged, especially considering it's deleted. So shout out to Gabbie Hanna Lost Tapes on YouTube who has re-uploaded these so we can watch them. Let's do it. My God, I feel like this one's going to be messy. All right, let's do it. Confessions of a Washed Up YouTube Has-Been. What a beautiful, 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 optimistic title. June 15th. Oh my God, the anniversary just passed. Congratulations, Gabbie.
Here? Maybe? Sure, why not?
Oh my God, was this during her like smoking weed, like going crazy, like painting on TikTok era? It was. That era was a lot.
Come here. Oh my God, you're so cute. Okay, hi.
Oh my God, not the fucking intro.
Welcome back. I started filming this series without a script, without a plan, and not even knowing if I was gonna post it. I don't think I decided until like episode 3 or 4 that I was like, okay, I'm gonna fucking post it. It just started out as another one of my vlogs on my newer channel. So back in December, I started a channel called, I don't even know what it was called, to be honest. I think I changed the name a few times. But on that new channel, I was just vlogging and I showed like a pretty unedited version of myself. The first half was me just
The large glass of white wine is crazy.
About my everyday life shit and just talking. And then the second half of it, I just like smoked a J and talked about whatever came to mind with absolutely no restrictions. In doing that, I was able to fully process trauma that I wasn't able to do in years of therapy. It was just me and a camera, no time limit, no fear of judgment, and no pressure to release it. It was just me and my thoughts that I've been burying for like a really long time. The stories that I tell in this series are stories that I genuinely thought that I would never share, about events and people that I've tried really, really hard to just...
Okay, so let's clarify who she makes videos about again. Trisha, Rice Gum, Tea Channels, to people I've hurt with old problematic content, Joey and Daniel, of course, Jessie Smiles, Angelica Oles, Rice Gum again, Trisha many times actually. All right.
Because so much of it happened on a public platform, I was just unable to heal privately. And trust me, I fucking tried. I've tried therapy, writing poetry, writing music, painting, art, talking to friends, journaling. Like I've tried.
People need to stop traumatizing this woman because we cannot have another Gabbie Hanna poetry book be inflicted onto the world. Please.
Just about everything you can possibly do to try to get over something. But it never stopped hurting. Dude, every day is a coin toss of whether or not there's gonna be another circus surrounding me, and I just couldn't continue living in a way where I felt so powerless.
I'm pretty sure one of those is my thumbnail as well.
All the time. Doing this series and the vlogs that I started back in December, I can literally watch myself heal and become me. And I like me a lot. And I realized a lot about myself, both positive and negative. Through this process, I was able to let go of a lot of weight that I've been dragging around with me through my whole life. I feel like I spent so much time trying to smile through it that I forgot that I should also cry. But don't worry.
There's something really interesting about this because I was going to say something, but the more I think of it before I'm going to say it, I'm going to tweak how I like respond to it, of like this model of a YouTuber healing through uploading videos of them talking about things. And I was going to be like, oh my God, this is such a weird, hello. I was going to say weird world, but they both went weird. Weird world. I'm currently filming this at 6 a.m. on no sleep. Please bear with me. Weird world we live in where, you know, it's therapeutic to like sit down and film and release it to the internet. But then I was like, wait, isn't that kind of what journaling is? And isn't that like being a songwriter? You know, it's like a more refined version. I don't know, there's something very interesting about the concept of it being healing to like sit in front of a camera and talk for so long. I mean, I get it, but it's just very, very, very strange to me. Because again, that is literally like journaling, but it's just verbally, and some people, you know, prefer that. But it is still very strange to me.
The series has a lot of that. It has a lot of everything, to be honest. It is ugly. It's angry.
Not this damn sticker. I promise this is a new mug. I liked my older one and I smashed it, so I had to get a new one. I didn't realize that I hadn't scrubbed that off, though. Shh, you didn't see anything. You didn't see anything.
Bitchy. It's embarrassing. It's silly. It's happy. It's uncomfortable. It's me. It's all of me. Nothing in this series was planned or researched beforehand. I just spoke freely, told my stories from memory. After I told the story, I went back and...
I also wonder if the amount of weed that she was smoking at the time, I don't mean that to sound disrespectful, I just mean it like genuinely. I wonder if the amount of weed she was smoking at the time has to do with the fact on why this is still not on her YouTube channel. Maybe, you know, maybe it was a very heightened version of her. Or, you know, otherwise. Or I wonder if it has to do with the fact that this series caused so much drama and she decided to walk away from it. But I really struggle to believe that Gabbie Hanna thought she was going to post all these exposed videos, or at least therapeutic videos, and not get any backlash for them. Or maybe the backlash got too much. I don't know. What are your theories on why this is being deleted? But it's the internet, so obviously everything lies on.
Found the evidence to support it, which was a very, very difficult process because I could
have never done this without a handful of very dedicated, compassionate fans who saw what was happening and documented everything since 2015. I don't follow or keep up with people from my past, so a lot of what you'll see here I also saw for the first time while editing. They are my guardian angels. More on that later.
To revisit a lot of shit that I've just been trying to forget for the past fucking however many years. Reading messages from people that I don't want to hear from, but kept them through the years. Once I realized the way that people were willing to lie to and about me, and the way that people would twist my words and make up stories, I learned pretty early on to just never fucking delete anything. I've always had like an obsession with holding on to memories, especially from people who try to tell me that my memories aren't real. Oh my god, I'm so grateful that I did, because being able to look back and look at these memories and look at everything has been the only way that I was able to keep any semblance of...
And again, it like begs the question, was this series therapeutic for her, or did it do her more damage mentally in the long run? Because I mean, yeah, you can verbally talk about things that happened to you, but are you reopening wounds then? And specifically posting these videos was quite strange if you think about it, because you're in the process of healing, but then you're opening the floor up to the audience. Like, why would you want to do that? That's like doing a therapy session and there being a fucking arena of people giving their opinions, like booing or clapping or throwing tomatoes. Like, you don't want that if you're healing. I have to wonder.
Sanity. Forewarning, because this wasn't planned or researched or scripted. It's long-winded. I'm long-winded as is, but it gets really jump-cutty. I did my best to keep them as short as possible. But if you're interested in the full-length videos and a bunch of shit that I cut out, because, dude, I cut out hours from this series, that'll all be on my Patreon. I consolidated it into one tier.
Me when I exploit my therapy for $10 a month. This is a healing journey for you, or was it a way to make money?
A lot has happened since I filmed this series. The first, and I would say most important and notable, is that I started treating my ADHD, started medicating my ADHD, I guess is a better way to say it. It has been so fucking life-changing and so amazing in a million ways.
I hope this series serves as a very raw look into the life of an adult living with untreated neurological disorder. Sorry, clearly can't talk.
I'm so angry that I spent so much of my life not treating it. I don't even recognize myself, but I love that. For the first time in my entire life, I've been able to slow the fuck down. Here and just spot back. My mood is way more stable. I'm finally finishing big tasks that I've been putting off for forever. Like,
entire section about ADHD, I guess.
In my closet, in my house.
A big section about ADHD, I guess.
I'm finally sleeping really well after some really...
More about ADHD.
Insomnia. Treating myself to me time and not overthinking literally every single...
So much ADHD.
Ever. I'm just letting shit roll off me in a way that I...
Even more.
And generally just...
Do you know that she has ADHD?
Finally enjoying the life that I
Well, don't worry. If you look away from the screen, another fucking ADHD will probably pop up in 2 seconds. Girl, we get it.
It's been really fucking good. I've been off social media for a while now. I think...
So I'm coming back to it.
Early May was when I just completely stopped getting on it. I still post shit, but that's it. I still see some stuff. Like, there's some people that I only communicate.
I'm not on social media, but I still post on there. Okay.
Through, like, DMs and shit. But for the most part, I've been completely off social media, and it's been
I hired someone to manage my accounts. A 13-year-old unpaid social... Oh, that's Colleen Ballinger. So I could focus on creating stuff without getting wrapped up in toxicity.
Actually, it's been...
So what is this series? Like, this is my full thing. Like, this entire series is like her way of like, I don't know, self-healing. And the entire preface of it is about like online negativity and stuff. However, I would argue that this was probably one of the more toxic things that she did and opened herself up to on social media. Like, you did all that healing... For what?
I think for the first time in my life, since I've had a dial-up connection, I've been living my life.
Editing is crazy.
I started using social media as a crutch really, really young, like AIM days when I was like junior high vibes, because I had trouble making friends in real life, and it felt like the only way that I could make friends, and I carried that into adulthood.
I need her to take a sip of this white wine so fucking bad. Also, if you know anything about me, you know that what do I love? Wine. I think that there is not such a glory. Actually, I think that wine is one of the more glorious drinks you could ever have. And I only religiously drank red wine. And I started drinking wine whenever I started traveling to Paris. Because red wine and like wine is very big out there. And I was like, oh, red wine. But then red wine, you know, for summertime, like, you can't drink it. I don't fuck with it during summertime. Unless I'm in a really well air-conditioned place. You know what I mean? It has to be that. Or the red wine, I don't like cold red wine. I like room temperature. But anyways, so I started drinking rosé like a year ago or something like that. Because I was like, summertime or whatever. Like, literally, like this time last year, I had my first rosé. Obsessed. I will take any excuse to have a rosé with ice, like a dry rosé with ice. However, I had white wine for the first time like 2 weeks ago. I always, for some reason, was like, I don't think I'll like it, blah, 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 whatever. I don't know why I held like a grudge against it, because all my friends drink white wine. Tried it for the first time on a train a couple weeks ago. They were serving wine for some reason. And it took me a while, but I loved it. And even though it's 6 a.m. right now, I've been awake for a very, very, very long time. And I am so jealous of the fact that she is sitting there with a glass of white wine. I would love that right now. So the fact she hasn't taken a sip of it in the last 6 minutes of recording, even though she's probably been recording for like 15 minutes, girl, pass it over here. I'll take it. Oh, I do love wine. Wine hangovers, though. Ooh. Brittle. You know, take some advice from me. I'm not going to be following it because I just, for some reason, never follow it. Do not drink a couple bottles of wine with your friends at a bar and then go out clubbing and start drinking vodka. You will hate yourself the next day. I had the worst crippling hangover 2 days ago because of that. Mixing bottles of wine with vodka, not together, but on the same night. Brittle, awful. Anyways, take a sip, girl.
Really refreshing. Or
maybe it's just a little prop.
Mental health. I posted on my new channel that I was signing a record deal, and we actually decided not to move forward. They still have my back catalog, which is awesome, because that was honestly like the most exciting part of the deal for me. I'm a professional fucking musician. I created a back catalog of shit that a company was like, we want to pay you fucking money to fucking license that.
The money, $5 and a Happy Meal. And some fucking quarters from the grind.
All of my pop music, but what had happened...
I'm kidding. I like some of her songs.
They're an independent pop label, and we presented them with pop demos. And then I made...
Who is she signed with? Ignore the fact that I was listening to the Torture Poets department. Who is she signed with? Her back catalog should be signed with them. Everlasting Love. When did she post that? 12th of... God, I really don't hear anything from her these days. Albums... Who's she signed with? 2022 Gabbie Hanna. Back catalog. Okay, you can still like own control, but like surely it should say like which record company she got signed with. Was she lying to us? Was she lying to us? I like some of these songs. Which ones do I like? When I Die. No, When I Die. Na, na, na. Happy in the End. My mom loves that one. She actually bought it on iTunes. You're welcome, Gabbie. Hang Ups, Head in the Clouds. Yeah, I like some of these songs. I have not listened to this new album. This time next year. Have not listened to it. Probably will not listen to it. And you know why? Because I did a reaction video to Gabbie Hanna's music once. And I was really nice. And she commented on the video and she was like, thank you for making this video. And I was like, okay, like, you're welcome. I was going to listen either way because I wanted to give her music a chance. And I made a couple drama videos between like that and like the next time she released a body of work. And I filmed another reaction on the music. The copyright strike the video. Go fuck yourself. I'm never listening to your music again. Ugh, pissed me off. Jesus Christ, that was the lightest. Okay, we don't want to listen to this.
More pop, or releasing a pop album with the demos that I was no longer using, but I just had to say no because that's just not my direction and it doesn't excite me, and I need to do what's true to me and what feels right. And my new album sounds so authentically me, and I'm putting it out independent.
Which album is... Oh, she's putting out independent. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Sorry, girl, I should have let you talk for a little bit more. Is it Trauma Queen? Or no, this is 2021. Or well, yeah. I guess she was teasing it.
Out my debut album independently, and maybe I manifested that shit. Whatever happens, happens. I'm just really happy that it exists. I think that I'm more excited that after... here's a lot about me. It'll exist after I die.
I die, na, 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 na.
Very clean and loving breakup. And that's just a part of life sometimes. He's still in the series.
Oh, this was her talking about breaking up with her like long-term boyfriend. She said it was a healthy breakup. I struggle to believe those exist. I know they do, by the way. I just haven't gone through one.
Of course, we love the memories that we have together, and together or not, that's my best fucking friend, dude. When we met almost 2 years ago, we were just both of us, very different people than the people we are now. We had very different visions for our future. There comes a point in every relationship where you have to look at the full picture and decide, are we going to be good partners?
Okay, we really don't give a fuck. Are you going to take a fucking sip of that wine? I feel like, what was I going to say? Like on a dog, on like holding a tennis ball up for a dog right now. Like, I'm like, give it to me. Give it to me.
Moving forward for the rest of our lives. And our paths just didn't align anymore. He's a very, very...
You know what I'm thinking about when she says this? Because I've had this phenomenon before. It's the reason that like I can only watch La La Land like a couple times a year. Otherwise, I have like a severe breakdown. I would actually say that I can only watch La La Land like maybe once a year. La La Land makes me miserable, like miserable. And it's that last scene where she walks into the bar and she sees him playing the... If you haven't seen the movie, you're just not going to understand this because I was just contemplating describing the entire thing. I'm not going to do that. Can't be asked. Anyways, they used to date. She now has a new partner. He's moved on with his life. He's done something that he was trying to do whenever they were, you know, in the relationship. And then when they broke up, he was finally able to do it. She goes into the place and they see each other and she's with her new man. She has her whole new life. He has his whole new life. And they basically are staring at each other and they get so like lost, like that they're seeing each other for the first time in what would be years. And it's a really tense moment. And then like the music changes and they smile at each other. And it was basically just like they've moved on with their lives, but they still have love for each other. And I was like, I did such a bad job at like, I was like, I'm not going to describe it. And then I like half-assed described like the worst way of describing it. But if you've seen the movie, you know it. I think there's something beautiful about like a breakup like that.
Me. And we both look back at it with so much love and fucking gratitude. Him and I have been through so much together and have been there for each other in times of crisis in both of our personal lives, but also in a fucking pandemic. Being together through COVID and quarantine and having him by my side when the world was fucking against me was a godsend. He has kept me so grounded and I've learned so much about love and relationships, more about love and relationships than I ever have. He brought me my pets, Fred, who you cannot see radio, I don't know where the fuck she is. He introduced me to so many of our friends and he also made me realize that I need to follow my heart into rock music. And inadvertently introduced me to all the people that made that happen for me. He has absolutely changed my life for the better, and I have nothing but love and respect to him to the fucking grave. Cheers to you.
Are you gonna sip it?
At some point, he became
No.
a target and a punching bag for people when they felt like they couldn't get to me. They harassed him, they doxed him, so he deactivated his social media. So then they went on to harass and dox his family. His friends and family were put in danger because of me and my career and my actions, and that's not fair. Unfortunately, being in my life is a risk, and it's a risk that he took for a really fucking long time. He went so fucking hard for me, and he put himself on the line, and he defended.
Yikes. Author's note, I need to give the biggest larger-than-life thank you to the people who've supported me through everything, who stayed for the art and supported my music. Life was always worth living because of you reminding me that there were people out there who saw the truth and didn't look at me as someone who was trendy to hate. Thank you for giving me a purpose to continue to create and share my message. There's a much greater story to be told about the handful of dedicated, compassionate, empathetic people who for years collected evidence of my abuse. I had guardian angels who sent me folders upon folders of documents, deleted videos, deleted comments. Those people need a hobby, a job. My God. When I'm in an unemployment competition and my opponent is a Gabbie Hanna fan, I'm losing. Things I never in a million years would have seen or kept, starting all the way back in 2015. I spent years looking the other way and avoiding these people who were dedicated to hurting me. So even I didn't realize the extent of the abuse. This is exactly what narcissistic abusers hope for. Seeing it all laid out was truly a horrific and enlightening turning point. The series is for me and all the people who felt frustration of my silence. Whatever comes, I can feel peace with never having to talk about myself again. What if I told my story? Oh my God, this is so crazy. But like this entire video of Gabbie, I've just been thinking about all those videos of her smoking weed, and I just realized that whenever I go back to New York tomorrow, I'll be able to buy weed. Yippee! If you see me on the streets of New York, bitch, I'm high. It is legal there. Yeah, there's dispensaries. I'll be high. I'll be like Gabbie Hanna. When you see me in the streets singing rock music and flailing my arms around like she was on TikTok, mind your own business. Mind your own business.
Because nobody else would, and he knew I deserved it. I will always be so grateful and remember what he put himself through for me. But for now, we both agree that it's time for him to take care of himself, take care of his family, take care of his mental health, and get back to him, because this has been equally as draining to him as it has been to me, and maybe even more so because he didn't choose this life, I did. But overall, I'm really fucking good right now, and not just in spite of all of the major life changes, but because of them. When I started this series, I told myself that this was my goodbye, and that I was going to burn everything to the ground, and if I lost everything, that I'd be okay with that, because I would rather lose everything and start over than to continue in this cycle that I've been in. I think what people see on the outside is that drama happens, I apologize or don't, I make a statement or don't, rinse and repeat. But all of this shit that is just internet drama to everybody else has like real consequences to me and the people around me. I had my autonomy and my voice completely stripped from me time and time again, and I couldn't find an escape. I couldn't find an answer. I tried ignoring it. It got worse. I tried.
My question is, if she is in such a good place, because this has been filmed after she has filmed all those series, you know, videos, like episode up by episode, why would she post it knowing that the internet would be reprocessing all of it with her? You know what I mean? Like, if she's in such a good place now, she's uploading the series one by one per week. So the audience is going to be healing with her episode by episode. So she's going to be then going through it again, hearing everyone's opinions on all the things for what, the next couple months? Because she had so many of them. There's something not adding up about this. She keeps saying this is for healing, but I think it's for spite. Or, I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know what she was getting out of this. If she healed from it and she knows about online backlash, she knew that by posting all of these, it would be hearing people's opinions on things that you've healed from, and you needed to heal because people's opinions online and they're like hate. So then why would you put yourself? It doesn't make sense. Responding
politically and politely, and it got worse. I tried talking directly to the people who painted a target on my back, and it got worse. I tried just laying it all out, being completely honest and showing people how badly broken
fucking bullies.
It got worse. I tried inviting the people who gaslighted, harassed, mocked, and abused me into my home to have a face-to-face conversation, and it got worse. My life every single day for the last few years has just been people using me as they please and just constantly being forced to relive trauma and revisit memories from.
So that's what doesn't make sense about this. Now it's okay because you're the one doing it, I guess. Like, you're saying this entire series about people have always for years made you relive trauma. So what are you going to do in response? Relive trauma? Generational trauma.
People that I've been trying so hard to forget and move on from, but won't fucking stop talking about me. I was just completely silenced. Like, every fucking move I made, every fucking word I said was used against me, and everything that could be perceived as offensive, if you squint your eyes hard enough, resulted in me trending on Twitter or TikTok, which led to a slew of
not
YouTube
smear campaign on the screen, please.
Girl,
if you fuck up, then people are gonna talk about it. It's not necessarily a smear campaign.
I woke up, it was like a coin toss. It became a meme to hate me, berate me, degrade me, humiliate me, and dehumanize me. And if I dared defend myself, then I was delusional and dangerous and crazy.
Oh, this editing is awful, girl. I really hate this editing.
Any type of facts. It was that I was manipulative and can't be trusted. I deserve to lose my platform and belong in a mental hospital. And if my fans or literally anybody defended me or even dared to interact with me in any way, then they were evil too. And then they got berated, they got harassed, they got doxxed, their family.
Girl, is there a reason you're holding this wine glass?
My fans. Like, the goal has always been to discredit and isolate me so that they could continue.
Narcissists. Okay, so everyone is a narcissist and she's the victim. Oh, she took a sip. Yippee!
That I couldn't live like that anymore. I didn't want to, and I refused to live like that anymore. So I just tried the one thing that I've never tried before, and I just fought back. I played their game. I started speaking my mind, and of course, that came with more hate. It came with more backlash. A lot of people saying I've lost it, or vultures swarming for their pound of flesh. But I wanted that.
So then why is she doing this? She said she played the game and she responded, and it like didn't work. So now she's gonna play the game and respond?
First time in my career I actually wanted that.
And keep in mind, at the time she posted the series, no one was talking about any of this, so she re-brought up old drama.
It was going to happen with or without my consent eventually. It always does, every couple months. So I would just rather be a little bit in control of it. I feel like
okay, while she's answering my question here.
Name and my life and my trauma for profit.
Generational trauma.
And it's fucking my turn. So I turned it.
Okay, there you go. She's answering it.
All the way the fuck up. If I'm being completely fucking honest, it made me feel really
God, this era of her doing these TikToks was crazy.
Powerful to make so many people talk about me at my whim, to go viral with little to no effort at all. And please don't get me wrong. If I could choose, I would obviously much rather people love me and adore.
There's something crazy about like going on and on and on about people using you and attention and media and all like this when you're actively admitting that you do things to provoke people. That you both being true is they conflict each other. Do you want to be on social media? Do you not? Do you want fame? Do you not? Do you want people talking about you? Do you not? Like, you saying, oh, people are talking about me against my will and stuff, so I'm going to make them talk about me. How unproductive is that?
For me and enjoy my content, but they fucking don't. All I have going for me is that millions upon millions of people fucking hate me. And that's a really valuable fucking resource. So, like, fucking lemonade. You want me to be drama? Okay, here's the drama. You want me to be fucking crazy? Okay, I'll be fucking crazy. You want a fucking villain? All right, sure, I'll show you a fucking villain. And then I realized that's just not a role I want to play. If that's what it takes to get attention, I don't fucking want.
But she's doing it right now with this oncoming series. Girl, I'm so confused.
It wasn't fun. It was a little fun, but it wasn't fulfilling. It wasn't fulfilling in any way. But honestly, it was pretty fucking draining. But I wanted to know how it felt, and now I know. I don't fucking like it. I was kind of testing out the mind.
So then you're going to do it even more so with this series? Because this series is bringing up old drama, whereas on TikTok you were just being goofy. So you're doing an even worse thing to yourself. No, I don't get it, girl.
I want to join them. I don't want to be them. I don't even think.
So why are you doing this series?
More importantly, I hurt people I love in the process. I made people concerned about me. So it's not worth it. Like, this whole time I've been fucking fighting for something that I don't even fucking want. I don't want to be famous. I just want to make art.
What is this series then? Like, this is so contradictory.
And I am. I've been trying to quit YouTube since 2018. Like, that was my plan. But then I became a fucking meme. And then it just, like, it was one thing after another. And I just wanted to leave on a high note. And I was waiting for a moment that just would never
Edit, this was not the high note.
I tried to fight it. The more I was just waiting for a moment of peace so that I could just leave in a place where I felt comfortable and confident and could look back at this time with kind of, I don't know, appreciation and love, I guess. I just hated so fucking much the idea of letting people win who wanted to see me fail, who wanted to see me quit, who wanted to see me leave the platform. I hate giving them the satisfaction of feeling like they harassed me to the point of quitting. So I just kept going.
So now she's gonna flip around and harass everyone else.
My whole fucking life. But I don't want to fight anymore. All I want to do.
She doesn't want to fight anymore, so she's gonna reopen everything up again that no one was talking about? I'm confused.
Is make music and make art and whatever the fuck else life might bring my way. I'm at this really exciting, pivotal place in my life where I get to do whatever the
If she doesn't put down that fucking wine glass.
So eager to try. And for the first time in my life, I don't know where the fuck I'm gonna end up or what I'm gonna be doing or what my life looks like. And I feel like it's not gonna look anything like I thought it would. And I think that that's probably for the best. My pride and ego have never let me just walk away and let them do whatever the fuck they were gonna do. I wanted to prove them wrong. I wanted to win. And I finally realized I would never fucking win this game. And even if I did, I lost. I lost peace. I lost time that I could just be enjoying my fucking life. For a while, I lost my health. I definitely fucking lost my mental health. Like, I lost. So this is me telling you, internet, you win. I have spent so much time, too much time, trying to control the narrative, and I'm just at a point in my life where I just want to control myself.
This seems more harming to her than anyone else. You know what I mean? Like, she's saying that we win, we're gonna do this, whatever, but it seems the only person that lost in this again was her, but by her own choice. And it's just like, it's so unproductive, girl.
Tell my side of the story. Everybody got to tell theirs, and I just want to tell mine. I used to want so desperately to be liked, and I realized what I really wanted was to just be heard. I absolutely do not expect people to all of a sudden start liking me or supporting me, and
That is not what happened here.
I actually expect that this is going to be met with a lot of criticism. I expect a lot more people coming forward, telling their stories, or the same people to continue telling the same story over and over that they've been telling for years. I expect a whole lot of negativity, and I expect a whole lot of consequences that I haven't even begun to imagine yet, but I'm...
So I just don't understand why it was worth it. Was it? I mean, it's now deleted on her YouTube channel. Like, was it worth it?
Positive will come. But to be honest, that's kind of my life anyway, so fuck it. I am okay if you hate me, but hate me. Not the version of me that they created and exploited online for content and profit. I never pretended to be the beacon of morality. I never even pretended to be well-adjusted. I'm a fucking artist who, like, paints dead animals and sings about hating herself. Like, what? I built my YouTube platform being a mentally ill, dramatic, loudmouth, self-centered storyteller, and that was the person that everybody loved. I've never tried to convince anybody that I'm a fucking, like, saint. Yes, I'm defensive. I'm impulsive. I'm dramatic. I'm confrontational. I'm loud. I'm rude. And white trash. I'm extremely over emotional, and if you press the right button, I can be downright fucking scary. I can be a lot of really good things too. If you squint your eyes hard enough.
You better back up a little bit, Missy. I did not like that. All right. Well, now I'm very excited to dive back into this, but this seems so unproductive for her. Like, I wonder if she thought this was going to be a good job or if she needed money. Now, that's something we haven't considered as well. Maybe she just wanted some more money. Maybe she just wanted some more attention. Like, maybe she or maybe she actually thought this would be healing for her. And maybe it was. But I think you have to be quite disturbed for that to be the case. Let me know your opinion on this. We'll talk about it down below. Bye.